So this is a continuation about the urban myths. I found something about the urban myths about the Chesapeake Bay. It was a sea monster big enough to hide a slippery rascal like Chessie. Chessie. I never heard of that before, and I'm from it. I'm from Maryland. Like, I guess it was like the Loch Ness monster. Never heard of this ever. Living here my whole life. It's called CHESSIE. Chessie. Never heard of that. And it says well-known hotspot Haley Vitt roads outside the town during the day. Scary enough. Urban legends. I'm gonna go to something else. It says something about the Goat Man. Photos of the Goat Man. I never heard of that. They got the Blair Witch on here. They said completely. It was like one of the best urban legends of out of Maryland is a complete fabrication. One, the Blair Witch. Spoiler alert from the late 90s, guys. The Blair Witch doesn't exist. I mean, if you watch the movie, you could tell it doesn't exist. But they got missing photos of these motherfucking people. They're from Frederick County. I know where Frederick County is. I don't know how real this was, but that movie was bullshit. I can tell you that. I ain't reading all this shit. I'm just gonna skim through it. So it was like some witchcraft type shit. But it's supposed to be like a curse. What was the curse about though? I ain't reading all this. There's some different shit. Let me go to other urban legends from this area. They just keep talking about this. Alright, how about this one? Talking about from aliens and monsters and ghosts, supernatural, East State. I want to go throughout the whole. I'm starting the East Coast first, and then work my way Midwest to the South, then to the West Coast. Oh shit! Fuck! Damn it! Hold up. Alright, I found some, I guess it's gonna go alphabetical order. And they got something called Hell's Gate Bridge. If you're from Alabama, I guess you know about this. It's a story about a bridge started in the 1950s. A couple of young drivers drive over the bridge. Drove their car off the bridge and drowned. If y'all know something about this, yeah, talk about it. Just we talking about, cause a lot of these urban legends, like I know y'all heard about, and these ain't even urban legends because they don't even talk about them. Not that one, but Lake Lanier. Like, you go swimming in that fucking lake, something they say feel like something's pulling you down, you're done. Like, most of these is revenge for what they did, because everybody know about them flooding black prosperous cities and towns and shit. I'm just talking about the basics. I'm just looking at urban legends right now, and I guess some people call them urban legends too. Alright, Alaska got I can't pronounce Kushtaka of Alaska, the Kushtaka Alaskan Triangle. It's like the Bermuda Triangle. And 5 out of every 1,000 person go missing in Alaska. I never heard about that. And it got something about evil spirits and shapeshifter, half man, half other. They don't got no explanation. Half man, half other, who lure women and children into the water, fake cries, in order to steal their human spirit and drown them. That's new. Alright, Arizona, the ghost of Slaughterhouse Canyon. That sounds familiar. It probably ain't just the slaughterhouse part, but I'm not gonna go through all these and read them, because everybody could look this up. I'm just going through the names. We could go through them in another day. Alaska, the Boogie Creek Monster. They got pictures of a Bigfoot area. Sasquatch, 7 to 8 feet. So I guess that's something they going through. They said it was a film. So I guess it's a movie about it. What is this? California. They skipping ahead. I mean, I said alphabetical order, so next is the Charman. His origin story is a gruesome father and son were, quote, in a house, fiery horror, burnt 1948, killed, mentally unstable, and that he was killed. He killed his father. The son, he was unrecognizably burnt, so he ran away before they were able to arrest him for the murder of his father. So I'm not going into details. I'm just looking at these things. I'm just say the title, because I'm not going to keep reading them. The mini legend of Riverdale Road. That's crazy, because we got Riverdale Road down the street. Spooky, creepy. Hold up, did I say Colorado? This is going into the ghosts of slave hanging in trees. So, there's people crashing their cars. And all types of creepy shit happening while they do that. Connecticut, Havana, Carvana, or Cravana, Wicked Witch of Monroe. Don't tell me why I'm looking up all this shit. Honestly, I'm just interested. Florida, the gravity-defying Spook Hill. The phenomenon that happens at Spook Hill is real. Cars that are parked in neutral will appear to roll uphill. That's what they say. They say legends say the hill is either the site of a Native American burial ground or an epic battle of Native American chiefs against a crocodile? Let's keep going. Georgia, the ghost of town Lake. What I say? Georgia, the ghost town of Lake Lanier. I said that, and it's on the list. We don't have to go too much in Lake Lanier. I'm pretty sure a lot of people already heard about Lake Lanier. Let's see if they say anything about the drownings of the people, or if they say anything about them drowning people to make it that way. They said people have reported feeling arms and legs in the water, but have not been able to find them right after, leading people to believe that spirits still roam at Lake Lanier. But they don't. Let's see. They're not talking about why. See, that's the thing. They talk about it's going on, but they don't talk about why it might be happening. And a lot of people who study Lake Lanier, they know the history of it. Alright, this one is Hawaii marchers. It's talking about a legend. I don't know. Spirits, warriors who marched around the island to protect sacred areas. I'm not gonna go through every single one because I want to go through Maryland real quick, and then I'm gonna go back because I'm curious what they got from Maryland on this site. I mean, that's where I'm from, so I should look it up. I see Maine. Alright, they talk about Chesapeake. And the funny thing about Chesapeake Bay, I never fucking heard about this story ever. And if I did, probably was like in a cartoon or some shit. But this Chesapeake thing, it sounds familiar, but it kind of don't. If I heard about it, I was real little, cause I never heard of a lake monster, and that's what they're talking about. 30-foot long snake does not sound like something people would want to run into. But they were saying from the 1930s to the 1980s, it was photographic evidence of this, and measured about 30 feet long. I drove over that bridge. I don't like going over that bridge at all. It's too long. It's too much water. But this thing is, I guess, an urban legend, and that's the only one they got from Maryland up here. And we got our own urban legends, and I looked up urban legends. This is what they show. So I'm in Kentucky. I went backwards. Talking about the Goat Man of Pope Lick. So if y'all know about the Goat Man of Pope Lick, pale skin goat, legs of a creature, dark fur, horns, a ghost man. Not a ghost man, but a goat man. I don't disbelieve none of this shit. Candace, because I'm going backwards. The devil's chair. I heard that before. They don't have too much description of these things. The Black Angel. Okay, Black Angel stands over 8 feet tall over Oakland Cemetery in in our city. She is due. She is black due to oxidation. Yeah, okay. Most likely because of her dark appearance. Multiple legends have cropped her up around her. So she was only black because of oxidation. But everything around this statue probably been here long, just as long, is not that color. It was a legend said it was a pregnant woman that should never walk under her, or she loses a child. Others say that the touch or kiss statue, you will be dead within 6 months. It's a curse. They use that black term loosely, but it's something into that. Let me go back. Indiana, the 100 Step Cemetery. I don't know why I'm looking up all this crazy shit. My daughter will be into all this creepy shit. She like this type of shit. Hearing about scary shit. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but I'm not even really talking that loud. I know I need to have more presentation voice, but you know what I'm saying. That's just how I talk. What is this talking about? I don't want to disrespect no legends. But it's a whole lot of shit. I'm just gonna say their names. Homie the Clown. Wow, Homie the Clown was actually a. I thought Homie the Clown was just from Living. Hold up, they said something about Living Color. Hold up, Illinois. Homie the Clown do y'all know about Homie the Clown in Illinois? Because throughout the suburbs of Chicago in the 1990s, in the 90s, there was a rumor going around elementary schools that there was a creepy man dressed as Homie the Clown, yes, from In Living Color, driving around in a white van trying to lure kids into it with candy and money. I never heard of this. In some variations, he was a kidnapper, and other, he was a rapist. But in variations, Homie the Clown left a mark on young Chicago kids in the 90s. Never thought Homie the Clown, and that's crazy. I never heard of a real. I thought that was some. I watched Living Color growing up. Homie don't play that shit. He'll smack you in the head with the sock. Homie don't play that. So they used the real. Think about what they did. They used the real folklore in that story of Homie the Clown with Damian Wayans, because Damian Wayans was Homie the Clown. And even if he knew it or not, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he probably knew. But Homie the Clown was a fucking rapist and a serial killer, and they put him on Living Color. That's what I'm saying. Like, this shit is crazy. That's my first time seeing some shit. That's my first time seeing that. I never heard of that. I guarantee you, people that watch Living Color, when we was growing up, we didn't know that Homie the Clown was based upon an actual rapist, kid murderer or whatever, pedophile. Damn, I'm interested in the rest of these now, because that's crazy. I never heard of that. The Water Babies Massacre. The Water Babies of Massacre Rock out of Idaho. Let me slow down. It was a Native American legend. Recorded in 1805, so that was a while back. And they said they roamed the Great Plains as early as the 1500s. I'm getting tired, man. It's getting late. It's 2:30, and I'm still up. And this is way past the time I'd be up. You know what I'm saying? So I just caught up with the rest of them. Let me go back down past Merlin. See what's after that. 20-minute video. I'm about to end it. The Grinch, Louisiana. I skipped that one. Yeah, so let me go to the Grinch of Louisiana. The Grinch, I guess it's the Grinch. A deformed human, half man, half monster that resided in, it's called something, if you find yourself on Grinch Road, don't get out of the car. If you see a goat who looks injured, I guess the stories is like they use goats to lure people out of their cars so they could eat them and drain their blood. That suck. In Maine, the mysterious stain of Colonial Jonathan Buck tomb. This should look like train tracks. Jonathan Buck, mysterious leg-shaped stain. It said that people tried to get rid of this stain twice, but the stain keeps reappearing. I guess it's like some witchcraft burn shit that get on your skin. I ain't read the top part, but that's what it is talking about. And then we go back to Maryland, and then Massachusetts, the spirits of the Hoosac Tunnel. Approximately over 200 men died. Death was so associated with the tunnel that was actually nicknamed the Bloody Pit. 1867 to 1860. This was 13 miners was trapped inside the tunnel. This some old shit. 1800s. That was what they say we got out of slavery. 1865. That's what they say. So this was 2 years after that. Miners getting trapped, and it said that these 13 miners hunted for years, mourning briefly appearing as ghosts. Michigan, the little girl on the Knock Knock Road, and they show this in a lot of movies. The little girl on the road. Like they say, if you see a little girl on the road that look like she by herself, your ass better not stop. You stop, she a spirit. I don't know if it was just in Michigan. I can't remember what scary movie I was watching and that shit happened. They stopped on the side of the road for this little girl, and she looked like she was in danger. So they stopped for her. And as they stopped for her, she disappeared. But then they seen the same little girl at the hotel where they were staying. Damn, I can't remember that movie. See, I watched so many scary movies, I can't remember that shit. Minnesota, the Kensington ruins. Swedish American farmers found a giant slab of rock, and his farm symbolizes that it appears to be Norse. Norse. And since then, no one could figure out where it came from. Some Viking shit. But I heard some shit about the Vikings coming here prior to Columbus. So we need to talk about that Viking shit, because that Viking shit, I seen an article come to my phone not too long ago talking about some Vikings was here before Columbus. And okay, if the blacks was here for Columbus, which they say, and the Vikings was here before Columbus, who's the Vikings? Was they white? Like, who were they? Because I'm gonna stop it for a second right here. But who were them Vikings? Because they said the Vikings, and I never watched the show The Vikings. I heard stuff about it. I never watched it, because when you hear about like the barbarians and earlier days, they try to say like they wasn't civilized, and they just went barbering everybody town and fucking shit up. And like, we need to do a history lesson on the Vikings. Because I heard some of the Vikings was black. I don't know. It depends on where you hear it from. So, like they say, the pirates, and they put it in the movie Captain Phillips. They talk about the Captain Phillips and the pirates. Who's the pirates? They was niggas. And this one is Mississippi. Deer Island Hunted Treasure. Two men going to get deer. I'm just loosely talking about this. Found brushes, noises, and caused by a wild hog. Eventually checked it out. Ran back to the boat, and a skeleton followed them. And all the way there, like, I guess it was a skeleton. Missouri, Momo and the Missouri Monster. They got a picture, but I can't tell what the fuck this is. It looked like a Sasquatch. It is. I wish I could show y'all this shit. Is this a real picture though? I can't tell. It looked like this nigga is actually posing for the camera. Like, what the fuck? Like, he looked like he doing like, you know how niggas getting cameras and what's up, nigga? Like, this nigga look like he posing for the picture and shit. That's crazy. Montana, the story of the Sacrifice Cliff. I heard something about that Sacrifice Cliff. They bring up 2 members of the Crow tribe arrived in the village from a trip to find that almost everyone there had infected with smallpox and died. So heartbroken about the loss of loved ones, the 2 decided to blindfold them horses and ride off the cliff to join the tribe on the other side. I'm just reading. It's a Native American legend. The poisoned girl at Centennial Hall, Nebraska. I'm gonna dream about this shit later. I'm reading all this shit. This shit gonna come to me in my dreams. I'm gonna have more input for y'all when I wake up. I bet, cause I'm reading about all this shit, and something gonna come through. That's how I work. That's me doing my work. Even if it don't, I'm pretty sure it will. I'm reading about it late. Like, if I was thinking about the shit earlier, I know for sure to come through. Alright, I'm in Nevada. The truth about Area 51. So I guess that's that urban legend, Area 51. If you don't know about Area 51, you under a rock. New Hampshire, the witch of Hampton, Goody Cole. I'm trying to read something that I could read. I don't know. New Jersey. The New Jersey Devil. Alright, the New Jersey Devil, they had that on Monster Quest. I think it was Monster Quest. And they had like a whole lot of people talking about that shit. The New Jersey Devil. I'm at 30 minutes, so I'm not going to keep this one long even. With the New Jersey Devil, I don't know if y'all heard that, but it sounds like somebody shooting out this bitch. So, the New Jersey Devil, that's something I heard about on the TV show Monster Quest. And on Monster Quest, it was supposed to be like a little creature, and everybody that explained about the New Jersey Devil, because I don't know what team was it. Was it New Jersey that used the Devil logo? Was it the basketball team? I can't remember. It was a team. It was actually a team that actually, I think, used that devil and that symbol and that mascot. Was it the hockey team? But this is well known in New Jersey. And this is old, 1700s. So it's like an old myth. I don't know nobody in New Jersey like that, but what was the New Jersey Devils? Was that hockey or baseball? What was that? I think it was hockey. So that might be, I ain't saying none of these lies, but I'm just saying some of these is common knowledge of what they was telling us, but we didn't look too much into it. La Mala Horror, I heard about that, and this is New Mexico. I see black energy, so I'm gonna stop right there. Black legends say that legends say at the first time it appeared as a black ball of energy. That's what it said. Consistently moving, changing its shape and size. If you look at it, it will drive you insane, slowly killing you. I felt chills through that one. That one might be real. I ain't talked to y'all about the chills and the shifts. Like, I feel spirits going in and going out sometimes. And it was a video I was about to put up, and I was about to delete it, And as I was deleting the video, I felt the chills. Because I was deleting, I was like, I'm not about to put this up. Chills. The same thing when I first, it's not when I first going on my mental illness. I've been feeling this. I've been feeling this, or it's like when the spirit enter, or when the spirit like, nah. Like, I get a shiver. I move. Like, it goes in, or it comes out. And when I get that feeling, I understand it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Something about that one. And that was New Mexico. No, that was New Mexico. That was weird. That was New Mexico. Right. New York, Corpsey. I don't know if y'all know about it. Talk about psychiatric facilities, children, hospitals, and killing children who wandered alone at night. Every person went to a camp. Upstate New York has heard of upstate New York. So I wonder what. Hold up, they don't say no year. I'm looking for a year, because if you're hearing this, if y'all in New York and y'all know about this, tell me the year of the, because they didn't put it. So tell me the year, if y'all heard of this Corpsey, the story of Corpsey. See, other places put years, but for some reason they're not putting the years. And I don't know where upstate New York, is that where the black people are? Well, I don't know. In North Carolina, they got the beast of Bladenboro. It looked like a regular lion, but I mean, it looked like a cat, but it's a regular cat. It looked like a bobcat. And this from the they put the year on this one, 1950s. Multiple dogs, I guess it was killing dogs, draining their blood. You know what I mean? It looked like something that'd eat a dog, but I guess it was a vampiric beast. Trying to hunt the animals. North Dakota, the White Lady Lane. They don't got no year for these. See, certain ones they don't got no year. So a young girl get pregnant out of wedlock, and her religious parents forced her to marry the father. The baby ended up dying. After that wedding, the girl, so upset about her baby and forced wedding, hanged herself from a bridge. In the wedding, locals claim to see her hanging from the bridge. That's traumatic. If y'all fucking driving in North Dakota and y'all see somebody hanging from a fucking bridge, I don't want to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Let's go on to the next one. Ohio, the werewolf of Defiance. So, see, it's like every other one they got a year. This one's from the summer of 1972. It's about a werewolf in Ohio. Tell me if y'all heard about this. I ain't gonna read the story on that. I'm just gonna go through them because I'm about to go to bed. It's too late. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. The mysterious shaman of Portal. I'm gonna probably read this one though. Of course, it's a Native American burial ground. A shaman portal. Oklahoma Bermuda Triangle. Spanish conquistadors. Who went missing while searching for gold. and in the 1500s. Since the paranormal activity seekers flocked to the dunes, some people claim that a UFO crashed there. And in a group in the 90s who tested the soil, it was abnormal. So a group of it's called the mysterious shaman portal. And you know, I'm talking about shaman and schizophrenia, so that's interesting. Conquistadors too, Spanish conquistadors. So I didn't mean to do that. Let me keep going. Oregon, the bandaged man of Canyon Beach. No, it's like every other one got a date to it. Like they making some shit up on one story. I don't know how true it is, but it seemed like they just taking something from one story that's true, and then the next story they have a fucking whole year and all that shit. I'm not gonna go into that. I want to see DC. Since I'm so close to it, I'm skipping ahead. I'm skipping the S's. Skipping the T's. I'm going to go back to the T's. The Candy Lady in Texas. I hope y'all hear this, because I'm not talking that loud. I know my presenter voice is real dry. I got to work on that. Washington. The only thing with Washington that I see right now is the Bigfoot, and I guess that's Seattle, because that's not Washington D.C. It's a lot up here that I skipped. I thought it was gonna say Washington D.C., but I guess not. So that's it. So let me go all the way back. It's only a couple left that I missed out. States. I mean, I missed about 5. I might do those tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'm gonna skip to Pennsylvania. I think that was the last. Yeah, Pennsylvania was the next one anyway. That's crazy. The Bus to Nowhere. I seen this on a movie. The bus kept coming for this person in the movie, and she never got on the bus. Like the bus would come, and she just stand there, and she never got on the bus. But it was a scary movie, I think. I can't remember what movie it was. She was standing at the bus stop. Everybody on the bus was dead. And when she, I guess, decided to actually go on the bus, she realized she was dead. And I can't think of what movie this was, because I told you it was later before, like, it was later. I don't know what movie this was. But the bus had appeared. When she decided to get on it, she died. So this in Philadelphia. So rumored to be a bus that doesn't understand the end of the destination. The story says that the bus only picks up passengers that are at their lowest moments. Wow. And was this movie in Pennsylvania that I'm talking about? Who gets away from their problems. Once the passenger is ready to face the world, they could get on the bus. And that's exactly what was in the movie. I hope y'all heard all that. Until that person realized to face what they was going through, they got on the bus. And I said it before I even read the story. So it was a movie about that shit. And I can't remember the fucking movie. I don't even remember nothing from that movie. The bus would come waiting for this motherfucker every day. And she never got on, or he, or whoever it was, I think it was a girl, never got on the bus. Never. I put the phone down, so I'm not reading stories no more. I stopped at, what I said was, I got to pick up where I left off, though. Pennsylvania. But yeah, I said it. I said, they're standing at the bus stop, and the bus always appear on this movie, and I can't remember what movie this was. And as that person looks at the bus and see the same people on the bus every day, the bus driver like, you getting on? And the person kept saying no, because that person was dead, and that person had to face the reality that they was dead too. But they didn't face the reality they was dead until they actually got on the goddamn bus. Wild shit. But if it's actually a bus out there, I'm not catching no bus late at night with nobody on it. Fuck that. I don't know where that motherfucker going. If I don't see no people on that motherfucker, even if I do, if they don't, you know how people don't try to look at you when you about to get on the bus? I haven't been on the bus since I was 16. I told myself after I got my first car, nigga, I ain't riding no motherfucking bus no more. But you know how it is when you get on the bus and you minding your business. Everybody else they ain't gonna look at you because they minding their business. That's some knuckleheads on the bus wanna fuck with motherfuckers. But you just minding your business. But that's some deep shit. It's funny I just said that before I read the article. And I know I can't find that fucking movie, because I have no idea what the fuck movie that was from at all. I just remember that scene. That bus kept... Matter of fact, now I know where that fucking scene came from. Twilight Zone or Outer Limits. I think it was Outer Limits or Twilight Zone. It was one of those two. The bus... Yeah, it was one of those two. Cause I've been talking about Sliders and all that, my favorite shows. Actually, it was Twilight Zone and Outer Limits too. I used to, you know, when you late at night, Outer Limits about to come on, and then the dude started talking. I don't know which one it was, one of the two. You about to, yeah, he was like, you about to enter, yeah, Ross Sterling ass. You about to enter the Twilight Zone. I'm like, what? Nigga, I'm about to turn this shit off, nigga. I don't want to hear this shit. I'm young as shit. I don't want to hear what the fuck y'all about to talk about this crazy. You are entering a new dimension. Like, what the fuck, nigga? I don't want to hear that shit. I'm up by myself in my grandma haunted ass house. And that shit come on TV, nigga, I'm turning on Star Trek. You know what I'm saying? When Star Trek go off, that shit come on and I be like, what the fuck? I don't want to watch this shit. And you know, after a certain time back in the day, the TV did used to cut off. And it'd be static. I don't know how long ago that was, but I remember that kinda. It'd cut off certain channels. But when that shit started just going to other channels and shit, and that motherfucking Twilight Zone shit came on, I was like, oh no, where's the cartoons? I couldn't find no cartoons, but nigga, I'm watching fucking Star Trek. That's why I got into Star Trek. I ain't like Star Trek. That shit was boring. That's why I went to sleep on that shit. They talking about some shit, but I'm not listening to none of that shit when I was growing up. I was subliminally. It was on TV while I was going to sleep, so I was listening to it. But It was the only show that was non-threatening to me that I thought. So I set it on and I put it on. If I heard that Twilight Zone shit, fuck no. All that Outer Limits shit, do 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 do, any of that shit, nigga. And I told you, I was scared of all that shit. To find out now, I'm fixated in that shit. I watch that shit going to sleep. Now, but back then, hell no. Listening to that creepy ass nigga voice. One of my shows that I watch now, the Unsolved Mysteries, and then that dude voice come on, and he say that creepy shit like, oh, supernatural activity, something. I'm like, nah, nigga, cause first of all, you talking about missing people, okay? You talking about missing people? That's real life shit. And then you mix it in with some supernatural shit, nigga. No more, nigga. I'm too young to hear this shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm scared. They be like, fuck no. Turn that fucking Unsolved Mystery shit off. And they knew to play that shit. They used to play that shit at night. You know what I'm saying? Regular TV. I'm about to jump subjects real deep. Anybody who ever heard of this show, it was a fucking bunny with the voice of the nigga from Police Academy, Bobcat. I think the nigga name was Bobcat something. He was the voice of the bunny, and it was a white dude. He used to go downstairs and talk to the fucking bunny. He used to come on that night, like real late. And the white dude would come downstairs, drink beers and shit, and talk to the bunny. But no one could hear him talk to the bunny. The bunny ain't talk to nobody but him. So I guess he got, I don't know if they were trying to say this nigga got drunk and he'd just be talking to himself, or he just imagined the bunny being alive. But the bunny had a whole personality. Who the fuck made that show? I looked it up and I try to show people that shit. Like, look, remember this show? Remember this show? No one's old enough to remember that show. And it came out around like the late 90s. I mean, mid 90s. That show came out in the mid 90s. It was with a bunny, and then the fucking bunny, it was funny. It was a comedy. It was like something like Married with Children, but he'd go downstairs and talk to the bunny, and the bunny be giving him advice and shit. Y'all look that shit up. I don't know the name of that fucking show. I can't remember the name of that show. Good show. To me, it was funny as fuck. It was just like Married with Children. He had kids, he had his problems, but then he'd go downstairs and the bunny would talk to him, but no one else could hear the bunny talk. So when anybody else came downstairs, the bunny would act like a bunny. And yeah, that was funny. I like that show a lot, because I like Married with Children. I went back and started watching all the old Married with Children first seasons, because that shit used to come on late at night. Like most shows most shows I like used to come on that late at night, because I told you I was a night baby. And when I hear that shit, like when I see that shit, it get me up. Like anything used to come on that night in the 90s, I'm watching it. If it wasn't fucking Outer Limits and Twilight Zone, like I want to try to see that shit back then. I was terrified of that shit. I was terrified of all that supernatural shit. Now I'm into all that supernatural shit. So yeah, it was different. At first, it was just the comedies. To me, as I progressed a little further, it was what they really talking about. And I just started watching Unsolved Mysteries not too long ago when we had cable. Well, we had Pluto. I get Pluto on my phone. Watch Pluto, watch Unsolved Mysteries. Certain episodes, depending on who I'm with or where I'm at. Alright, I listen to this. But then, like, it was interesting. Like, nigga, they was telling you about real live motherfucking criminals and shit. Oh, if they're in this area, you better watch out. Like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? This nigga in my area, I need to take precaution. This nigga's down the street somewhere. I seen this nigga. They got the picture. I seen him. But I'm about to end this though, cause it's almost an hour too, and I ain't want it to be that long. So I'm gonna do probably a continuation about that shit, cause I gotta go over the rest of the state's urban myths. So I'm gonna end it right here, and I'm about to go to bed, cause it's 3 o'clock in the morning.